people see me running our academy now, or running the wellness days, or doing what I do about my daily life, work-wise. But the truth is, none of this was planned. It all kind of started because football kind of nearly broke me. You know what? Growing up, as much as people around you try and educate you otherwise, football is your everything. It's your whole life. And that's what was all I wanted to do. You have your setbacks, you have your little injuries. Things just don't work out. Your fallouts, all of these things. And it's life trying to tell you something. But the reality is you lose your bit of identity then when it becomes your whole life. And it's the same with anyone with the GAA. People have that as well, where they leave it become their whole identity and they have nothing else. You go from that extreme to experience it. You had brilliant experiences in football, and I don't regret it. But at that turning point when things don't work out, I remember having days there where you wouldn't say a bit. You'd have days there where you wouldn't want to get out of the bed because you're so embarrassed. Because you have to pour your whole life into it, especially when you're a bit out there with the videos and all. You pour your whole life into it. You don't even want to get out of bed because you feel like you failed and all of these things. But when you break it down, and I had to think, like, nobody actually cares about Cormac Buckley, the footballer. No one cares about that. And I go, what do I care about though? What am I good at? And you end up realising that you can help a lot of people with the experiences that you've gone through. You're after building up connections with people who can help people from their experiences. And I can teach football. I can teach people to use football to make them a better person. I can, after having this spiritual kind of awakening kind of a thing, where you're slowly falling into the healing side of stuff. You're opening your mind to all of these different things. And that's when I start to realise, Jesus, there's more to life than Cormac Buckley, the footballer, then. I have a bit more about me. You can forget as well that when you're career driven, that's something that you need to come away from sometimes and just be you. And a lot of us aren't just us. We don't just be, if that makes sense, if you're not present. Like, I was so lost in Cormac Buckley, the footballer, that you forget about family, you forget about friends, and you just neglect stuff that shouldn't be neglected. And I see people do it, and I see it with the academy. I see people when they come into the clinic, they're so work driven. All these things, like, you need someone to go, what are you doing? And luckily I had people do it, and there's a lot of times where you don't want to hear it as well sometimes. That's the reality. And you have to be very careful who you take advice off. You have to be very careful who... but again, it comes down to you though. You even see that as I say that now. It comes down to you. Do you want to take in the information? Are you even listening? Or are you just listening to reply? That's a big thing at the moment. And trying to educate people as much as we can on this. We talk about the poison that it does to our own body, but you self-destruct when you're doing all of this. Like I said, lads, no one cares about Cormac Buckley, the footballer. That story will always be well and gone. Really, really quick. At the end of the day, you're just Cormac Buckley, and at the end of the day, you're just you. So, a video like this, I just want you to apply it to your life. And if you're a parent watching this, especially any of the players who come to our academy, allow your child to just be the child sometimes. They can work really hard, instill all of that, speak all the time. What kind of player do we have when they leave the pitch after being coached by us? What values do they have that they carry into life, they carry into their own club training, all of these things. We try and provide them as many opportunities to experience life as possible. That's why we're doing the international trips now this year as well, and all of these things, and experience the ups and downs, because that's what makes you. And sometimes you have to be a little bit lost in life to find yourself. So, one of those real videos again. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend, and I will see you all very soon.